Welcome to this TEIMAS Workshop. I'm Perla Gándara, and today we'll be looking at how large companies can effectively reduce the total cost of their waste management, a strategic imperative that has a direct impact on profitability, efficiency, and sustainability. Although it is often left at the bottom of the priority list, waste management can represent a significant expense. For most organizations, it accounts for around 5% of total turnover, and in some cases, it can rise to as much as 10%. This session will guide you through a comprehensive approach to lowering waste management costs. We'll cover how to fully understand the real cost of waste, how to implement effective reduction measures, and how to optimize supplier relationships. Understanding the total cost of waste. Many companies underestimate the true financial impact of waste because they only consider the visible costs of disposal. These visible costs usually include collection, transport, treatment, and disposal fees, landfill taxes, and other regulatory charges which are constantly rising, rental of waste containers or transport services, and rental of smaller waste receptacles. But the hidden costs are often far more significant, and they directly affect profits. These include lost raw materials. Every material that ends up as waste represents a direct loss of its purchased cost. Energy and utilities consumed to process materials that eventually become waste. Labor costs linked to waste handling, storage, or inefficiencies in processes. Administrative management, documentation, reporting, and data collection, which can add up to hundreds of hours per year. Loss of productive capacity, as resources are diverted to waste management instead of value creation. Fines and penalties for non-compliance with waste regulations, which in some countries can reach over 1 million euros, and process-specific waste, such as rejected products in manufacturing. Recognizing and quantifying these hidden costs is the first step towards achieving meaningful savings. Strategic steps for reducing waste management costs. Reducing costs must start at the point of generation, not only at the point of disposal. This requires a systematic and integrated approach. First, initial assessment and planning. Conduct a comprehensive waste audit. This is the critical first step to understand your company's current waste profile. It involves identifying the types and volumes of waste produced, pinpointing the sources of waste generation, mapping critical points of waste creation and quantifying hidden costs, and assessing current recycling and waste management processes. Gather waste data. Accurate data collection is key to identifying sources and optimizing processes. This should include classifying waste generation by cause, people, materials, methods, or machinery. Waste may also come from production rejects, energy loss, or staff time. Collecting contracts, invoices, and waste transfer documents. Determining monthly and annual costs of rental, collection, and disposal. Collaborating with waste managers to obtain additional data, such as records of extra charges, especially in cases where waste generation varies seasonally. And analyzing the relationship between waste and production in order to establish a baseline and track improvements. Second, policy, objectives, and staff engagement. Create clear waste reduction policies. Policies should provide defined procedures for all employees. Set concrete objectives. Goals should be realistic, measurable, and assigned to specific people. Publishing progress helps build commitment. Involve employees. Incorporate waste reduction training for new staff, promote a zero waste culture, and communicate the benefits from cost savings to sustainability. Third, applying reduction strategies, the waste hierarchy. Eliminate unnecessary waste. Prevention. Take measures before materials become waste. Reuse products where possible, improve product and packaging design, avoid single-use items, adopt digital tools to reduce paper usage, minimize material consumption, use waste handling equipment such as compactors and presses, and optimize collection schedules and container sizes. Reuse waste. This involves operations such as checking, cleaning, or repairing items so that they can be used again without further processing. Examples include internal reuse of packaging and materials, and recovering materials to reintegrate into processes. Recycle. This refers to the transformation of waste materials back into products, materials, or substances, whether for the original purpose or another use. Segregate plastics, metals, cardboard, wood, glass, and so on, and keep recyclables clean to maximize value. Dispose responsibly. Consider recovery for other purposes, such as energy generation. Use landfill only as a last resort. Ensure compliance with all legal requirements, including the handling of hazardous waste, and identify waste with commercial value, as it can offset disposal costs or even generate new income streams. Fourth, optimizing supplier relationships and contracts. Review and renegotiate contracts. Analyze actual needs and seasonality, negotiate flexibility, and avoid automatic renewal clauses. Compare offers across multiple providers. Collaborate with local companies. Form collective agreements for waste collection and joint negotiation, and share best practices. Fifth, technological tools. TEIMAS Zero. Specific software such as TEIMAS Zero can transform waste management in large companies. They not only reduce costs by uncovering new opportunities for waste reduction and business value, but also provide a powerful system for control and compliance. With TEIMAS Zero, companies can achieve global control and compliance, centralized multilingual management in any country, automatic compliance alerts to reduce the risk of fines, intelligent use of data, customized dashboards, complete traceability of waste streams, time and cost savings, full digitalization, removing manual processes, less time spent on reports and audits, cost control and optimization, full visibility of fees and expenses per waste type, storage alerts and waste inventory management, support for sustainability and the circular economy, calculation of carbon footprint from transport and treatment, records of waste reintroduced as raw materials. Sixth, continuous improvement and monitoring. Finally, waste cost minimization is not a one-off exercise, but an ongoing cycle. It requires regular performance reviews, maintaining improvements through training, updated procedures, and preventive maintenance. Also, a feedback mechanism to collect ideas from employees and suppliers, and communication of successes, whether in terms of savings achieved or environmental impact. By understanding the full cost of waste, adopting strategic reduction measures, optimizing contracts, and using digital solutions such as TEIMAS Zero, large companies can reduce their waste management expenses significantly, while also improving sustainability and operational efficiency. Thank you for joining this TEIMAS workshop. See you on the next one. Stay tuned.